Hey guys, what's up? It's me Omar from buymeaniphone.com. Today I have another camcorder accessory review that I want to show you today. This is a product that was sent to me for a review by 42nd Street Photo, so thank you for 42nd Street Photo for sending this to me. And this is the Azden WMS Pro wireless mic system. Really interesting system, guys. This is probably one of the lower priced wireless mic systems out there. So this might be something perfect for you guys that are shooting your reviews, shooting any kind of videos, home videos, that type of thing, where you want really good audio. This might be a good system that you want to check out. Now, before we get into that, let me just show you the boxes. Basically, with the box here, nothing really too crazy. I'll show you what comes inside in just a second. Besides all the components and pieces, there's also some information and instruction manual. Really basics, straightforward stuff. So we'll get rid of the box, and let me show you what we got over here. So we have the handheld mic, it includes, and here's all the pieces in here. So within this we have the, we got here, this is the transmitter. We have the lapel mic right there. We have the receiver right here. This is what you would plug into the camcorder. Put that right there. And we have the earpiece, okay? And that's pretty much it. So let's go, we'll talk about all these different components and pieces, and I'll just kind of tell you how my experience has been when I've been using these. And just to start off, guys, if you want to see any kind of demo footage where I've actually used this whole system here, check out any of our CES 2011 videos. 42nd Street Photo was a sponsor of that as well. And we basically use this setup and this system here in a combination of different ways with the lapel and the handheld for all of those videos. So you can see the kind of quality that that was put out. And that was inside of a convention center when it was very loud, lots of noise. You can see that the audio quality is much better than our videos last year, which when we didn't have a mic, we just had a boom mic, so this was much better. So first off, the handheld mic here. Let me show you. This is not a very long cord for this microphone. That's the one downside I kind of have to say about it. This cord is probably about, oh man, maybe three and a half to 4 feet long. And that may sound pretty long, but you have to keep in mind when this is plugged into the transmitter, that this is, if this is in your pocket and you're reaching over and you're having interviews and you're talking to people and you're moving this around, that cord tends to feel a little short. I wish it was maybe another foot longer. It would have been a little bit better. The microphone itself is pretty good quality, but it feels pretty cheap. It feels hollow. It feels light. It's lightweight. It doesn't feel like a really good strong mic. The cord is already attached to it, so you don't have to worry about using XLRs or anything like that. It's just a built-in cord, and you know, as you see, there's the plug in there. So this basically plugs into the transmitter. Okay, so I'm gonna put the handheld to the side here, and let me show you the lapel real fast as well. The lapel is a little bit longer than the handheld, as you can imagine, but it comes with a little sock as well on top of the microphone and the clip, so you can clip this to your collar. We're using this. We use this a couple times during our videos at CES. For the most part, we use the handheld though because it was just so loud, and it was this one would pick up a lot more noise than the handheld will. The handheld is a lot better if you can be close up, really direct, right up in the face of someone talking with them. This would be pretty good if you're in a room like I am right now talking to you guys. I'm actually using a different lapel mic right now, so that's what we would use this for. So we have the transmitter here, and both of those microphones plug right here into the top of the transmitter. Now, this transmitter and the receiver both work off of 9-volt batteries, and I can show you right here. They do not include the batteries when you purchase them, so just keep in mind you'll have to buy them when you ever get them. That goes into there on the side, and this one goes here as well. On this side, there's no battery in this one. And when you turn it on, it's not going to show you right now, but when you do turn it on, it shows you a red light right here. And there's different frequencies you can choose. So if you notice here on the front, right here, I'm sorry, it's upside down. It says right there, we have F1 and F2, F1 and F2. So as long as you're on the right channel, sometimes especially when you're in an area where there's lots of gadgets and gizmos and interference, you may find that one frequency works better than the other. So you can switch between the two. Whenever they're both on the same frequency, this one will turn green, just to let you know that you are connected to the receiver, so that you're having a good connection between the two. You notice on the back here, it does include a belt clip. Doesn't get very big though. It's kind of it doesn't feel very strong at all. I kind of fear that I might break it if you pull it back too far, just because it's not real flexible. So that attaches to the back right there. So this is what will go into your pocket or on your hip, and you would plug your microphone or your lapel mic into this lavalier, and this would send the signal over here to the receiver. So once you get to the receiver, on the top of this we have another thing right here, which is the earphone. So that's what this input right here is for, and that's what this would be included for. So we have it includes like one little tiny like an earbud, if you will, just one earbud, just to go into one ear. So that way, when you're recording your audio on the camera, you can hear exactly what this receiver is receiving, the sound quality it's receiving. Some camcorders already include a mic input or a mic output on the camcorder, so you can actually plug it straight into the camera and hear what it sounds like of that. But if your camera does not include that, you can plug into here and you can hear what it sounds like between the two. And as you can see here, it does have a retractable antenna, just adds a little bit better quality if you're in an area that, you know, there's maybe a lot of interference. It might help you receive, especially if the person is actually 250 feet away, which is the range of this whole system here. And so then we have the other end over here, which is the attached cord, which I kind of wish it wasn't attached, because if you need a longer cord for whatever reason, you're kind of stuck with this unless you use an extension. So this is about about 1.5 feet long, and this is what you would plug into your camcorder for those cameras that have an external mic input, which my Canon Vixia does use that. So that's what we were using during that. And if you notice here on the bottom here, it has a cold shoe mount. So if you do have a camcorder that has a mount on the top of it, you can actually attach it to the top and it'll just sit up there, pop up the little antenna, and you got a nice little setup there. I think the average camcorders, the smaller consumer handheld camcorders, probably are not going to have the cold shoe like this one does. For example, my Vixia does not have a cold shoe. Mine has a media shoe, but that's only made for specific devices or microphones and lights that work with Canon. So this will not fit with mine. But if you needed to, you can also snap this off and just do away with that. And like this, you can just have this loose like this if you want to. You can stick it in your shirt pocket or whatever, as long as it can reach to the camera when you have the plug there. So, you know, and I'll admit, guys, these two pieces, these two receivers, they're made of plastic. They do feel pretty inexpensive. They feel a little cheap. But they do the job. And like I said, you know, this is a really good entry-level wireless mic system. This will probably retail you around $200 or so. And, you know, for the price, I think you're going to get a pretty good system. And if you guys, like I said, if you want to hear any sound quality examples, you can go check out any of our CES 2011 videos. You'll see some examples of that. But overall, it's a really good system. Like I mentioned, it has two switchable frequencies. You can have 250 feet of range between the two. You can only use one or the other. You cannot use the transmitter if you use like a splitter here. It will not work very well if you use a splitter to have two microphones. It's only going to work with either the handheld or the lapel, and that's it. And if you want to use a different lapel, you can use a different lapel mic as well. That will work in here at the same time. So they, like I said, they work on 9-volt batteries. The microphones are omnidirectional microphones, mini plugs for the transmitter, and a 3.5 millimeter receiver mini jack is what's on this one right here. And keep in mind, this is not stereo. So if you're plugging this into a camcorder, for example, my Vixia, you have to have an adapter that you can pick up from Radio Shack for like $3. You'll have to have a stereo adapter, because if you do record audio with this, without the adapter, you're only going to hear sound like on the right side, the right channel. So people playing this on their earphones or on their computer speakers, only the right side you'll be able to hear it, which is a little strange. I'm not sure why that is the case, but I don't know why they wouldn't make it stereo. But anyways, so you're going to get a stereo adapter. That'll fix your problem. Or unless if you use, you can always fix that in post as well, depending on what editing software you're using. You could also make the signal stereo that way as well. iMovie won't allow you to do that, but if you're using like Final Cut Pro, that should be fine as well. The only other fact I see here that maybe you guys may be interested in is that the dynamic range is greater than 85 decibels. And that's pretty much it, guys. So you can purchase this at 42nd Street Photo, and their website is 42photo.com. And I think you'll enjoy using this. There's only one or two other systems that are similar to this. There are other brands that are around this price, which is really good for like the entry-level consumers. Of course, they get much more expensive and much better quality, obviously, the more money you're willing to spend on it. But for those of my fellow reviewers that are looking for a really good wireless mic solution for their videos, or maybe just home videos and that type of thing, I definitely would recommend checking them out. I think the money will be well spent. So guys, that's it for me today. Please post a comment below if you yourself have used this system. Tell me what your experience has been with it. Have you had any issues or weird glitchy things about it that you want to mention to myself or my viewers? Please do so below in the comments. And I'll be back with you guys with another video review very soon. So I'll talk to you later.